to the field finally. He had to put 2 new tires, had to replace 2 lug bolts on some of these wheels and air up a couple more tires and work on some of these Hera chains. Pouring out somewhere. Hopefully that's out of, yeah, that's out of that strainer. We're not using that tank for anything. She had to cut some hay string off. We hadn't used this chisel plow. I think it's going to be about a 25, 26 foot plow. I'll have to figure that out real quick before I set my line. I'm going to try to run about a 45-degree angle to these rows. And they're going right here. Get about a 45 or so we can run a hippers right behind it. This ground's been disc. We spread some lime on it. But new tractor, 8320R. Purchased it. I say new to us. I think it's a 2020 model probably. It had 1,200 hours. 1,200 hours, and we got it at a auction, Clayton Auctions in Tennessee, Finger, Tennessee, a couple weeks ago, a week or so ago, and gonna test it out. First time, got all dirty messing with this thing, but that's the way it goes. All right, we'll see what this 320's got. Big chisel plow is supposed to be a load. Here we go. Whew. Yeah, that's pool right there. We got it set on 25 feet. I'm not exactly sure, but that's pulling about 4 miles an hour, and that's not all the way down. Mike can bump it up enough. Yeah, check that depth here in a minute. I think this is going to be about right. Yeah, but the plan is to come back in here. It's been disced. We disced the stalks under, let it rain a few times, spread the lime, run this chisel plow, break up some more loose dirt back there, come up with hippers in this direction here and roll up beds. We'll have to run water furs and drains. Maybe it'll be smooth enough for hippers, which they don't have to be perfect this time of year, but we come in with corn or cotton afterwards. Yeah, let's get out real quick and see what that's looking like. I'd say it's breaking at 8 or 10 inches anyway. Looks pretty good behind it. I'm not 100% sure if it's going to be smooth enough for a disc, and all these chisel plows are going to want, since this was not shredded, it's going to want to pile up a few stalks here and there. Disc cut them, but they didn't absolutely shred them like a stalk shredder would. I don't know. Hadn't balled up yet, but I'm sure there'll be places. Yeah, I went down. It's breaking it deeper than the disc was. Not throwing up too many clods. The dirt's really in about the right shape for it, moisture-wise. Needs to be pretty dry, but still have some moisture. Don't be too dry and hard. It's not super deep. I'm gonna let it back down a little bit. All right, we got it almost 5 miles an hour, all the way down. A little bit heavier dirt right here. It's gonna pull about 4.8. that's dropping it down below 2,000 RPM. See right there, it dropped down to 1880, 1850. 320 is a lot of horsepower, but that's a lot of plow back there too. That IVT, I can just roll it down, kind of throttles it. The infinite variable transmission. Keep it above 2,000 RPM where it's always pulling. Pick up a little for these drains, easy across them. Kind of scratching my end, but nothing. No sense in having them deep, just wash out deeper than they already are. Maybe throw some, the way these are washed out on the side of this hill. Need filling in just a little bit, honestly. We filled them in with a dirt pan last year. Anyway, here we go. As you can see, kind of messy looking behind me. These bigger stalks, where the stalks wasn't very tall, it was doing pretty good right here across, but still there's some clumps that I'm not gonna be able to hit behind it for sure. We may end up, let's see here. There we go. But yeah, may be able to hit behind it. I'm not sure. After we disc it again. But for now, I'm going to leave this alone and go over to some ground that has just been shredded or bush hogged, which is about 15 miles from here. So, a little more road time. As you've seen, it was the depth that I was running at that point with a crowbar. My dad stuck in the ground. I told him I'd have nothing, but he said he was almost there. Pulled in, stuck that crowbar in the ground. I would say 10, maybe 12 inches deep. So that's really good. That's all we wanted to do. Maybe do a little better at next place. See y'all later. Alright, made it to the field. These flashers off, back in 4-wheel drive. And I'm going to reset my line. And just in case there's a chance of rain Thanksgiving Day, I'm going to set these rows up where I think they'll probably drain a little bit. This field doesn't have as many drains that run through it. It all kind of drains this lower side. The rows run here. So I'm going to get probably about a 30-40 degree angle of them and lay them off back towards this high side of the field, highest point up there, and it should all drain towards this little county road and then run down this turn row into that ditch. And some of it, by the time I get there, it'll be going into that ditch. So it shouldn't be a sloppy mess if we don't get around to it. Get around to hipping it up, or if it comes a light rain, there's not puddles, because what these chisel plows will do, almost even with the hairs behind them, like I've got. They'll just create a bunch of beds that are little small levees, and it'll just not let it drain and create a big soupy mess if you don't have it downhill, basically. Anyway, we're about to get started here. See how it does. Kick up a little speed right here. Get up above 5 miles an hour. Get some ground cover. Be a little wavy crossing these roads. That's kind of the way it needs to be done. Getting a little bit of stalks clogged up right there. Nothing like it was doing earlier. This has been bush hogged. I think it's gonna work. Well, we're doing all right still. Got a couple wads. It's mainly the roots. We'll see when we get back here. Ground looks pretty good. Very pleased with that. Going plenty deep. I guess it's smooth enough. I'm not sure. Every once in a while, that one will ball up. And this one over here, right behind these tires, in front of these hairs. Yeah. See, it's pulling up the roots. It's not like the stalk itself. Just wads up around one of these shanks. Come on. I'll have to do. I have to wear my boots out before I get these. By the way, today, I'll put a link in the bio description. Today's my little brother he's launched Instagram this month, November, December 1. He's gonna double B boots. You got a boot company, boot line. It's gonna have kind of like dress boots, work boots, and then some ropers as well, men's and women's. Really nice, really good quality. He's been working for, I know, 2 or 3 years to get this thing going. But yeah, shout out Double B Boot Company. Best of luck. Got a couple pair myself. Some really good quality leather boots. Anyway, back to plowing. I'm gonna keep doing this. It's very pleased. Hopefully we can hit right behind this in the old rows. Kick up some loose dirt with some hippers or busters or something. Ain't gonna hurt me to get out of the tractor ever. 15-20 minutes and keep on plowing. Going all the way down, just pick it back up a little bit. Run about 5.5 miles an hour, 5.5, 5.3. Here we go. Plow on. day 2, rolling some ground up right behind the chisel plows. It's working pretty good. Kind of better than I expected. I'm not able to run real fast, about 5.5. Might bump it up to 6 to get smooth, but probably stay caught up with Jock. He got on the chisel plow this morning. And finally got this disc, greasy bearings. Almost lost you. Greasy bearings, leveled it out. Had to adjust the gauge wheels a little bit. Rolling up ground. Maybe we get it all done before the rain. Watch a run water furs in it. Ain't no problem. Get a little sticky dirt done before the winter sets in. Thanks for watching.